Hi everybody, this is Ginger. This is Ginger's Chat Show, and welcome. Uh, there's a few things that happened over the weekend and today that we will discuss quickly. I can't do the whole 30 minutes here because I'm going to be soon leaving to get my handwork done. It's getting better, by the way. Like how much more open it is and everything. And I still have that lump here. So, uh, next month I'll be going in and see my hand surgeon and see what they could pick up on the MRI or X-ray and find out what's going on with it. For some reason, this still doesn't want to go down, go around, and scar tissue seems to still want to build up in there. Hi, Dorothy. How are things in Florida in your neck of the woods? Hey, Nancy. Um, yeah. First of all, uh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm fighting allergies. Allergy season is approaching. Today, Judge Energon has denied Trump's appeal on the E.G. Carroll case. He said he will have to pay the fine. He has to pay her. And if he doesn't pay her, then she could seize his assets. Eugene Carroll can. And, or she could share in with Fannie, what's her name? What's the name of the DA over in New York? I forgot what her name was. Um, anyway, New York said if they're not going to do it, or not going to, if he's not going to pay it, they will seize his assets. Buildings, money, everything. Okay? And pay back those that need to be paid. Um, he's going to be so broke it's not going to be even funny. And he's going to find out truly what real life is. You know, how people scratch their way to achieve their goals and dreams, but they do it legally. And that's the part he didn't. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy, you are officially appointed as my secretary. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But no, thank you, Nancy. Letitia James, yeah, she like Fonnie Willow, she does not play around, and New York does not play around when crimes like this committed. Because when I read up on it, New York is the financial capital of the world. Okay, that's where all like stock market and all the big major banks and everything else is. That's business in New York, especially New York City. Um, Again, Trump has not learned his lesson yet, but he's going to be learning it now. Um, Also, over the weekend, he won the South Carolina primary. I go, yeah, right. I'll bet you, I wonder how many times he's cheated on that. Because he's not resorting to trying to cheat, okay? And I hope the Federal Elections Commission and the South Carolina uh, Republican and Democratic parties will investigate, make sure, well, basically the GOP side, investigate to make sure everything's done correctly. Uh, Now, Georgia's a little bit different. They really are sticklers on this in Georgia. And Trump is trying to use, I don't know how true this is, but Trump is trying to use Eileen Cannon to prevent Chunkton from doing her trial thing. Well, it's already set in stone, okay? Um, Chunkton over in D.C. says, sorry, Trump, no can do. It's just going to go on. And this is part of the elections interference thing. And also, I think now the 11th Circuit needs to remove Cannon from the job and have somebody in there that does have experience in handling STEPA cases like this. They need to stop playing around and just do it. Okay? Also, over the weekend, this CPAC convention, Conservative Political Action Committee convention that was held over the weekend, their attendance went way down. Nobody attended Trump's speeches or anything else, okay? Nikki Haley was there for a short time, and she had a better crowd than he did. Of course, I think she had a scheduling conflict because she was also campaigning down in South Carolina. So, but she's still hanging on and taking away a lot of his votes. And a little bit more, I think people voted more for her than for Trump. So I kind of wonder if all the numbers and everything else, is that really bragging on from Trump's camp type thing. They need to be more honest when it comes to do elections and everything and true numbers. You can't change the math, okay? Or the formula of math or whatever. So anyway, again, Trump is in big doo-doo. And he's going to be so broke it's not going to be funny. And you know what? I think they should take his plane too. Because that Boeing 757, it still holds a lot of value on that aircraft. I don't know how many air miles it has on it, but that plane, of course, is well over, what, 40 years old now. Because Boeing, I'm trying to remember when Boeing stopped making 757s. They stopped after, they were still making them a little bit after I left, when I was laid off from Boeing, which was in 2002. And I think they stopped making them like a year or two after that, and then focused solely on the 737, which is, they're doing better sales with the 737s at that time, the basic 737. Now, I don't know if you guys ever rode in or flew in a 757 or 737 aircraft. I flew it in an L-1011, Lockheed L-1011. But when we had to temporarily land at International Airport in Utah, Provo, Utah, we had to temporarily land there. We had to change planes because the current plane was having some slight issues, and so they thought, well, you know what, we'll just change plane. And I flew home in a 757. And also I flew down to Texas in a 757. They were very well built then compared to now. So anyway, that's what's going on with He Who Shall Not Be Named, which I'm pretty sure by maybe just before summer or just start of summer, he's going to find himself in the pokey, find himself in jail. Oh, another thing too I'm going to talk about, if I can find my sheet. There it is. Oops, sorry about that. Shifting on me. Don't forget to vote, okay? I just voted today. And obviously, I voted Democratic, as always. I voted Democratic first time in 2008. And then I've been voting Democratic ever since. I voted Democratic in 2016, voted Democratic in 2020, and I'm doing it again this year. Uh, President Biden is doing a wonderful job. He has a good team with him, and that's all that helps. And people keep yapping about his age. And you know what my view on that is? All of us get old. You and I, and everybody, we all get old. I mean, it's inevitable. And these guys think, well, what about his age and everything else? And I go, well, bull, that's just too bad. You know, he's smart. President Biden knows how things work in government. He's been doing public service practically all his life. Yeah, right, Carol. Hey, Carol. Hi. Good seeing you. Yeah, it comes with age. Wisdom. They go hand in hand. And some people just don't seem to understand that. Or they're so ignorant about it. And so anyway, again, the importance of voting. It's the citizens' duty to vote. So vote. Okay? Now, here in Washington State, we do mail-in ballots. I like doing this. It's much better, safer. You don't have to go into a voting, what do you call it, venue, if you will, to vote. Go in physically and vote and do it that way. Last time I did machine voting was back in 2004, and this was out in Roy. It's out in the Roy Grange. It's where we did our voting, machine voting and everything. Well, when I did my voting, I, filled out the thing, and I was going to turn the machine. I stuck the card into the machine. It started crackling and popping, and I got slightly shocked from it. I go, guys, you need to do something about this. I think it ate my card. It did eat my card, and they said, well, we'll give you a new one and give you a new card. We'll shut that down. We'll just do the manual count. And that's what they did. And they reported the issue to Pierce County Assessor's Office and told them there's a problem with the voting machine. And one of our voters here almost got seriously hurt. Machine basically bit me. So I'm glad we don't use those things anymore, because they've been having a lot of problems with them. Even if you remember, prior years to voting, the big tall stand voting machines, you go in, you pull a lever or push a button, and then you open a curtain which fills in all the votes that you put in, okay? They were having problems with those. Sometimes one person was having trouble opening the curtain got stuck, and so he kind of had to push his way out. And there were a number of problems with it, and that's when they decided to go with paper ballots and then using the voting machine that way. And it got to the point where it got really kind of bad, and so the Washington Secretary of State, he goes, you know what, to save us money, let's not use voting machines anymore and use mail-in ballots. It's better, it's faster, we'll just manually count the votes and everything else and tabulate that way, and it'll save us a lot of money, which it did. It saved the state a lot of money not having to use voting machines and just mail in the ballots, okay? So anyway, again, vote. Encourage everybody else to vote. And also encourage other people to vote properly and really look at the candidate, look at what you're going, and tell them to stop voting against their interests. Because if you vote against your own interest, then you're screwing other people up by doing so. Okay. Anyway, over the weekend, of course, you know, we had some wild weather. It's basically all across the country. Here, yesterday, we had high winds, rain, and snow. Heavy snow was going to hit the Cascades, especially in the ski areas. I don't know how much snow Rainier or Ski Acres or Snoqualmie Pass got, the ski areas, how much snow they got. Let's see, let me check. Well, it's 42 degrees right now. Strong gusty winds will pick up back up within an hour. So yeah, it's 42 here. So you're it's snowing pollen here. Oh, I feel sorry for you, Dorothy. I really am. Here. Um, yeah. You're a little warmer than I am, Carol. Here, I'm still wearing a sweater. Uh, Sometimes the wind comes in. When we do get wind, we majority of the time here in Washington State, Lakewood, Washington, the wind comes in from the south. Okay, that's where we get some of the higher winds. Now, once in a while, well, like the weekend before, we get wind coming in from the east, and that wind is cold. I mean, it's really cold. Also, we get wind coming in from the north. So it does this number. Okay, here. Does this weird shifting here. So, yeah. It was supposed to be sunny yesterday, but we got rain. Majority of it got rain. Let's see what else. So anyway, that's what we're gonna be gusty winds and everything, and so, and I have to go this afternoon for my hand appointment. Um, Tomorrow I'm gonna be going in to get my eyes checked. It's been like 5 years. Yeah. Well, COVID hasn't helped any. I was supposed to go in and get my eyes checked then before COVID hit, and also the appointments canceled and everything, including the dental canceled and everything. Um, so everything was kind of held off. Well, I'm doing my eyes, and then a couple months later, when I get time and everything else, I'll be going in and get my teeth looked at and get suggestions. I'm looking at getting dental implants to replace the teeth that I lost during COVID due to I had a couple of abscesses on my teeth, which didn't really help any. Um, I mean, I tried to take good care of them as best I can, but since growing up, I had like 3 sets of braces, traditional braces, and it did a number on the enamel. And of course, you try telling that to some of the dental hygienists and go, oh, well, that's not true. And I go, yes, the bands dig into the enamel. And that's what eventually causes, leaves you open for cavities and everything else. You can't get the food out, can't get around it. And she, of course, was given a lecture about that by my dentist. So I'm looking at see if I can get dental implant to put in to replace the teeth I lost and get my smile back. I smile, but it's a toothy smile. Like it is when you're little. Except when you're little, it's different. You're losing your baby teeth to get your adult teeth put in. Here, you lose your adult teeth and they don't grow back. I wish they did grow back. I mean, that'd be kind of nice. So anyway, parts of like Snohomish County, King County, Kitsap County, which is over here west of us here, a lot of people lost power. And there's still some without power. They're still working on it. And here we're kind of like, I mean, the lights flickered here. They flickered at church yesterday. I was going, okay, come on, hang on, hold on, don't go out. Um, so, and we're going to be in the high winds again today. So anyway, I got to eat lunch and get ready to go to my appointment. Let's see, let me check my calendar for a minute. Go to a different place here. Okay. What's wrong? Here we go, 26. Okay, I will see you guys on Wednesday. I was talking about earlier, Carol. It's better, but I still can't have it go completely flat yet. I'm still getting interference in this knuckle here. So it's still a bit of a lump and swelling. So anytime I work and exercise and everything else, it makes more scar tissue. And it's it's a constant battle, okay? For some reason, it keeps building up scar tissue. Even after when you snap tendon ligaments, scar tissue starts forming, okay? So it's a constant battle. This hurts like right in here. And then, of course, when I do this, and like this, these pop. You know, you hear a pop sound. And she thinks now I'm developing arthritis in the knuckles, in the joints. And I'm going, oh, great. Now, with this hand, I don't have problems with this hand at all, okay? This hand is doing good, okay? It's flat compared to this. And she thinks now the tendon is just, I'm getting scar tissue buildup right in here in this joint. So, but I'll be going in for my physical therapy today. Then again on, let's see. Then I go in again on Thursday the 29th. That's my last one. And then in 4 weeks I go in to see my hand surgeon. Because they can't issue any more physical therapy unless I get permission from my insurance company. And I hate it when they do that because it should be between the doctor and you. Yeah, I know, it's not fun. Like I said, it gets sore sometimes. And then when scar tissue starts building up, then it's another thing again. So, anyway. Okay, I will see you guys on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. I will post this video on my YouTube channel. Encourage your friends to watch my YouTube channel. I need subscribers. I gained now about 100 hours of viewing time. I need more viewing time in there. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'm looking at see if I can find a way of making cards. You know, intro card and a ending card. So I'm gonna look at see if I could do that to spruce it up. it takes more of a learning curve, but hey, you learn something every day, right? So, okay, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Love you. Stay safe. Be sure to vote. And I will talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye.